just about to get underway with the race. It'll be an interesting battle between the top 5 in my opinion. There's extremely close qualifying today, and so it should be cinema if all goes as I think it should. And the lights are out. And away we go. Solid launch from Mushy Cookie and everyone else. Down the first straight of Mexico. It's an extremely long run into turn 1. Can any positions be made into these first few
someone
corners?
stalled.
Mushy Cookie and Speed Rages right next to each other into the first corner. Speed Rages might be leading into the first sector. Let's see who will come out on top after first sector and who will be leading this race after the first lap. Mushy Cookie leads Speed Rages, leads Ruthless, leads Super Mega Monkey. Ruthless had a great launch. He's now running in 3rd place for Jordan. But everyone is jumbled together. Mushy Cookie looks to be pulling away just slightly through the 2nd sector. Keeps it clean. The Turtle Driver starts from pole and leads into the 3rd sector. And let's see if he can keep his position entering the finishing the first lap of this race. Everyone is on top of each other at the moment. It is an extremely tight patch.
Really close race.
Extremely close. We have multiple drivers all in the fight for the lead at the moment. Mushy Cookie leads by 0.6 of a second. But Speed Rages and Jay-Z, as well as Just Maxi, are all extremely close to each other.
Wow. I mean, that's something. But let's see if he can try and take the lead through here, though. He'll have a straight to think of what he will have to do in those few sequences of corners right there before those corners. Well, he's gonna gain a bit of time, but now through these corners which I was talking about, and he find the time to get closer to the pole sector and Mushy Cookie.
Helena actually invalidated his first sector. He's got a warning on him, and he needs to keep clean if he wants to stay in the fight. AR03, it's all about minimizing your mistakes, because I know everyone here has the pace to fight for wins, but it's about minimizing mistakes, about staying consistent. Helena now drops a second behind Mushy, actually. Mushy Cookie has managed to pull the game away once again.
Got a crash.
Who's crashed it?
It's Rufus.
Ruthless.
It's Rufus.
Oh, Ruthless has crashed. And the Renault Drying is really checking up on him. Renault Driver. Well, let's look back on the race lead. 1.5 seconds now. Mushy Cookie has really started to pull away from Helena. But this race is not yet over. There's still over 20 laps left in the race. And with the pit strategy as well as potential rain coming in, a lot of shuffling will happen, I'm sure of it. Actually, currently, Super Mega Monkey chasing down Speed Rages. Speed Rages has also fallen behind the rest of the pack. Just Maxi is ahead of Speed Rages by over 2 seconds. And so, it's now a battle between Speed Rages of Renault as well as Super Mega Monkey of McLaren. The McLarens now run next to each other. He's under risk of getting overtaken by the Arrows driver, HBSK, who unexpectedly got into a battle. Oh, someone's off! Super Mega Monkey spun around. Used a wheel spin at the exit of the corner, and that is disaster for the McLaren driver, who's lost a lot of time, and now might even lose time to RVR Catalan in the Honda. A lot of time lost from that spin. He now is 14 seconds behind the race lead, 5 seconds behind HBSK, and he needs to defend against the Honda driver, who's hoping to make up more places and gain more points.
HBSK makes a mistake.
Oh yes, he's made a mistake. He's been passed by both RVR Catalan and Super Mega Monkey. Super Mega Monkey back into 7th place right behind his teammate, but with a huge time gap to make up now. Hopefully with the pit stops and strategies as well as potential mistakes from other drivers, he can make up more positions and potentially save his race. But at the moment, it's looking bleak for both McLaren drivers. One driver who hasn't been suffering at all though, Mushy Cookie, now leads the race by almost 5 seconds. And he's almost lapping someone actually. Is that his teammate in front of him? I think that's his teammate in front of him. Chilling Jill.
No way!
The team principal and team owner for Tyrrell currently about to be lapped by her own driver, Mushy Cookie. As she's struggling behind.
Oh.
She's really struggling this race. It's her first time racing seriously in the 2003 car. And so she's just trying to hang on and get some finishes for the Tyrrell team. As Dungeon Cookie is nowhere to be seen. Oh, is that Mushy Cookie?
Oh.
Mushy Cookie's off the road. He spun around. And as I said, disaster, just as I was mentioning, Mushy Cookie lapping his own boss. He spins out. It was a very bizarre crash. He might have just unsettled the car on the curb, and it just went tumbling around and into the wall. Disaster for Mushy Cookie. Has a lot of places to make up now. He's almost passed by Speed Rangers. He's behind both McLarens. Disaster for the Tyrrell driver and the Tyrrell team in general. Helenine now sits in second place, but he's really fighting with that Ferrari. Just Maxi is not going to give up the position easily. Just Maxi makes a move into the third sector, and he's still regains second position. They're fighting neck and neck. Mushy Cookie needs to make sure to take advantage of this and maybe catch up.
And extremely close between the two. Let's see who's going to be in second place after this in this lap. And it
leads. No, not leads. He leads Just Maxi. And they are right in front of Mushy Cookie, who is hunting down the pack, but is also being hunted down by Speed Rangers, who wants to at least make up a few places. A driver who has not had a good day today, Super Mega Monkey, now 20 seconds behind the race lead, and has been passed by Arrow's driver, HVSK, who's in his first race of the season. Super Mega Monkey actually finished third place last season, but today might just not be his day, as he is struggling towards the end of the points position. Oh, you're absolutely right. It was a colossal battle between RBR Catalan and the Revival of Pizzazz for the last point scoring position of the race. The Ferrari driver fights with the Honda driver as they both try to get that last point. Oh, the RBR Catalan, the Honda driver's off the track. He hit the curb just a little bit too hard.
He's only B9 and B10.
Helenine, maybe a slow start from Helenine. That seemed a little bit longer than 2 seconds. But let's see where he comes out. Comes out right behind the Ferrari driver of Just Maxi and also behind RBR Catalan. But I don't think he has pitted yet. So, in terms of net position, he's right behind Just Maxi. What's important to remember is his position compared to Just Maxi. Let's see where he comes out. And yet, I think he has nothing to worry about. He's way ahead of everyone else and is under no threat of losing his position. Mushy Cookie, I think, pitted as well as Speed Rages, and they come out ahead of Just Maxi. Just Maxi, I don't quite remember what position he was in when he pitted, but it seems like he has not gained any time by pitting early.
He had a really good race.
Here's what's interesting. Mushy Cookie has been lapping significantly faster than Jay-Z. The gap to Jay-Z was 11 seconds, now 7 seconds. He has really put down the anger, and he's stretching his gap to Just Maxi and Speed Rages, and he's looking to chase down Jay-Z. With over around half the race left, I think there is a significant chance that he can catch up, but there is rain coming up, so we'll have to see who can be the most adaptable in the rain. I know Mushy Cookie is adaptable in the rain, but in a car he's not very familiar with it. It will certainly be a challenge, as well as for everyone else, actually. Jay-Z now feeling the pressure of the Kiwi right behind him in the Chiro. And with 11 laps of the race left, Jay-Z is going to have to put in some mega pace if he wants to actually stay ahead of Mushi. Or he has to hope for something to happen, some sort of intervention to perhaps alleviate the risk. Jay-Z has lost quite a lot of time to Mushi. Mushi now, 3.5 seconds. Actually, no. Mushi very close. Mushi's very close to Jay-Z. And I think this will be the fight for the lead now. Jay-Z, can he hold on to the position at the end of this lap? Mushi Cookie, hoping to make a move into the final sector. Who is ahead? 2 tenths separate the two. I think it's very close between them. I think Mushi might have made the move. It depends on who leads at the end of this lap. Mushi makes a mistake! He's bottled it! Right when he was staring at the race lead, he makes a crucial mistake. Jay-Z, the mistake he was all hoping for Jay-Z, the mistake that he was hoping Mushi would make has come in the nick of time. And Jay-Z now leads the Kiwi by 5 seconds once again.
It's still possible for Mushi to win though. Taking a look at the distance, which is still 5 seconds.
Jay-Z might actually be lapping Hellenine now. Hellenine with the compromised car still runs in the race, but out of the points. And with poor pace, he's hit the wall. He spun around. He tapped the wall. And that
Got to let them through now.
That is salt in the wound for the McLaren driver, who's had a poor race, and that just made it even worse for him. Just a little bit of a tap at the wall was enough to send his car spinning around. And Mushi himself has to be worried not to make a mistake. He's got a slowdown penalty hanging over his head. He needs to keep it clean from now on and just get his head down and push as hard as he can, while also remembering those warnings that he's got. And further down the road is HVSK, who is driving a pretty lonely race at the moment. He's 15 seconds behind Just Maxi, and he's 15 seconds ahead of RVR Catalan. He does not have a single driver in his sight at the moment, so he's under no pressure at all, and he just has to keep it clean and finish the race to score some good points for the AR03 to give them the lead of the championship. With 3 laps remaining for the race, Mushi Cookie's got a slowdown. And as I mentioned, that slowdown penalty that was looming over his head has finally caught up to him. And he now loses even more time to the race leader. And I think that's his pursuit of the win over. With only 3 laps of the race left, but with an 8-second gap to put together, he's gonna need a miracle to happen if he wants to win this race. Speed Rages has gapped Just Maxi by over 4 seconds now. So I think Speed Rages is running strong.
He made another mistake, Mushi Cookie!
Oh, Mushi Cookie! Oh, just as I was saying, he was hoping that Jay-Z would make a mistake, but instead it was him who got unlucky. And Jay-Z is happy as can be, hopefully knowing that Mushi Cookie has made a big mistake. 15 seconds separate the drivers, and it's gonna need something incredible if Mushi Cookie wants any other chances to win.
27 points.
Another mistake for Mushi Cookie.
Nice.
Mushi Cookie slow. He might lose his race to Speed Rages. Speed Rages might be able to overtake Mushi Cookie.
What's going on?
He needs to stay safe. He needs to stay consistent. He needs to stay clean if he wants to keep at least second place. We were talking about Mushi Cookie fighting for the lead, but now it's fighting for second place. Speed Rage is right behind him, looking to pounce on this golden opportunity that's being presented right in front of him.
As well, and it looks to be Jay-Z in Sector 2 now. And what a turn of events right there. And we can talk about it.
We all thought
Mushi's race was
a
like
disaster.
a parabola. A parabola that opens downwards.
Exactly.
The vertex is exactly when he was really, really close to Jay-Z. And now he's going for the intercepts.
No, it's been a poor
Which is
race for
crazy.
Mushy Cookie. He looked to be set to run away with the race win with a 5-second gap. But he had that incident and he spun around and he lost that race lead. And
Oh,
he's put into
Jay-Z
fourth
right
place.
now. He don't miss this one.
Oh yeah, Jay-Z, after an incredible race, manages to win in Mexico and wins the first race of AR03 Season 2. Mushy Cookie, 23 seconds behind, manages to fend off Speech Rages and manages to secure at least second place. It will be good points for Chiro, but it will not be the race win for the Kiwi today. Speech Rages finishes a solid third place. I think that will at least let Renault keep second in the standings with Chiro in third, I believe. Just Maxi rounds out the top 4, and HVSK scores a solid, I think, 3 points or 4 points for the Arrows team, and that is enough to secure them the championship lead, as well as the Drivers' Championship lead for Arrows driver Jay-Z. Surely some disappointment for the Tyrrell Cosworth team as well as Mushy Cookie 9. However, on the other side of the pit lane, absolute jubilation for Arrows, as Jay-Z 502's strong victory as well as HVSK's 5th place finish allows them to score enough points for the lead of both the driver's title and the constructor's title.